2021, President Biden called Georgia's election law changes new Jim Crow laws that were antithetical to who we are. They imposed voter identification requirements, limited use of drop boxes, and gave state officials more power over local elections. And then in 2022, Georgia did have record turnout, but you had argued from the podium that there was voter suppression. Does the White House still believe that that was true?
I don't have anything else to add from what I stated last time.
So does the Florida party then, effectively canceling the Democratic primary, also constitute voter suppression?
I can't speak to that.
Why not?
You have to speak to the campaign or the DNC.
Does the White House have any thoughts on those voters being?
I can't speak to that.
Is it because of the Hatch Act, or?
You're talking about 2024 election, you're talking about a primary, I'm just not going to speak to that from here.
In their words, so desperate for this Ukraine funding that they are willing to accept positions on asylum, for instance, that they otherwise would not have put on the table at this point. I'm wondering if you can respond to that characterization that the White House is so desperate for this Ukraine aid that it's considering immigration changes that would not necessarily pass muster with other Democrats.
I mean, let's be really clear. It's not desperation. Making sure there is nothing desperate about that. It is the right thing to do. Now, as it relates to borders, border security, this is the president from day one that has taken this issue very seriously. You've heard me say over and over again, when on this first day in administration, he introduced a comprehensive immigration law, And it's been 3 years. And guess what? Congress has failed to act. They have failed to act. And what they continue to do is behave as if, the security of our border, as if it's political football. That's what they have done. The president has made sure that he's used enforcement, deterrence, and diplomacy to deal with this issue. And so, I'll just have to restate this. There is nothing desperate about making sure the people... Steve.
Thank you, Karine. Sure. It's been a while. Hope we can do more. I've got one.
Just take it one step too far, my friend. Just ask your question.
I've got a question about domestic surveillance and then one about online censorship. On domestic surveillance, Section 702 of FISA is expiring this month. And against this debate, Senator Wyden just this past month released a letter saying that the White House is secretly funding a domestic call record dragnet administered by AT&T. Apparently, according to Wired, the White House halted funding for this program in 2021 and resumed it last year. And I was wondering what you could tell us about this program and the reason that it was paused and then resumed by the White House.
So, would have to check with the team. I don't have anything specific to tell you about 702. That's what you're asking me about? I just don't have anything to share on that particular question.
Online censorship question. Last week, the House Judiciary Committee subpoenaed Rob Flaherty about the efforts to influence social media moderation. Is the White House going to seek to block that testimony? And is there any reconsideration by the White House or regrets about the past flagging of social media content for removal?
So I'm just going to be very clear here. My colleagues at the White House counsel's office has already addressed this, so I would have to refer you to them. I don't have anything to add specifically on this.